Hey there, YouTube fam. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in this session. This round, I would like to do something a bit different. There are very specific cards that keep coming up that I would really like to talk about with you, whether you've seen them in my readings that I've uploaded or anyone else's, or maybe you've been drawing these cards yourself. And that's the 8 and 9 of Swords. Shall we? So, the swords are the mind, right? And air. But when it comes to these particular cards, like I always say that with the 9 of Swords, I think of Lupin. You're caught in this loop of negativity, of anxiety and fear and doubt and worry, right? Whether it's valid or not, I feel like most of us have learned that our minds control our realities. And so if that's what you have going on, exactly what are you trying to manifest, my friend, right? But we get to these points after very particular situations. When I see the 8 of Swords, I personally, when dealing with my depression in the past, I've secluded myself away because I didn't want to be a burden to people, right? Not only was I tired of betrayal and lies and bullshit, but I recognize how energy can influence, right? It can be a bit infective, right? And so many of us, too many of us, have had a parent who was that very stereotypical form of narcissist. And we were raised to be people pleasers. I've known far too many people who, when they were teenagers, were the ones paying the bills for their parents. I've always had issue with that, right? We're so inundated with negativity and toxicity and poison in our veins that even when they're not around, that's when we do it to ourselves. This is your reminder that you deserve better. Whether it's through meditation or affirmations, both free AF. Don't forget. And there are so many different forms of it, right? There's music. Just go for a walk, wherever you may be, whatever works for you in your case, right? We're all over the world, according to my analytics. Hey, so what is it that has enabled you? Because I don't think this was you from birth. I know this wasn't you from birth. That's just Psych 101 right there, right? Why have you isolated yourselves? Why do you think this is best for you? Let me remind you that this person is wearing red. That speaks of passions. It also speaks of our lifeblood, our hearts. Zoom, zoom, my friend. Where are we going next? But those bonds, that blindfold, they're white. And white not only speaks of the rainbow. Now I have Miss Rachel going in the head. But of innocence, purity. What if the things that you were taught, that you were told were wrong? You weren't actually doing anything wrong. Either way, you were probably trying your best. And those of us being raised as people pleasers, right? It's like, whether it's through abandonment issues or not, it's, please see my value. Please see what I'm trying to do here. But then also being able to recognize that when you're in a dark place, you're affecting others. And we tend to isolate ourselves so that we're not poorly affecting those that we care for. You don't deserve that. These are it landed on my tummy. These are self-infliction. Poor training. Whoever put that in your head was unworthy of that kind of power over you. And I will repeat that to you as many times as you need to hear it, okay? So, whether you gotta wake up in the morning with 3 little birds on your doorstep, I don't know. Put your hand over your heart. Say, I love you, insert name here. I'll use myself as an example. How about that? I love you, Amy. I love you unconditionally. I accept you unconditionally. I love your laughter and your sense of humor. I love how beautiful you are inside and out. I love the way your mind works, your wit, your intelligence. I love the way you dance. I love the way you sing. I love the way you move. I love how kind and considerate you are with those that you love, with those you don't even know. It's going to be awkward at first because we're retraining our subconscious. It took time for them to do this to you. It's going to take time for you to correct it. But just like the 9 comes after the 8, that leads us to the 10. And we've been seeing that a lot too, haven't we? Damn right we have. That's the end of a cycle, my friends. However painful it has been, that dark night of the soul energy, right? Thankfully, we've also been seeing the Sun card a lot, which is exactly what we need because new chapters, my friend. But that's a different deal. That's a different video. Moving on. The most unfortunate thing about this card, in my opinion, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with anything I'm saying, my friend, okay? Okay, agreed. Is that at least one of these swords is self-inflicted. At least one of them. Because we're so well trained. We take it on ourselves. There's empathy and then there's torture. Okay? But you know what my favorite thing is if you're new to this channel? Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. That is a sunrise because this is the end of a painful cycle. Okay? Even like anything in excess is bad. Even the good shit, all right? Don't spend your entire day drinking the coffee. It's not good for your body, okay? You got to switch it up, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you to stop. I'm telling you to switch it up and be good to yourself. Your body, your mind are the one constant, because they're one and the same, right? Are the one constant your entire life, no matter who's involved. You are always involved. It's no backsies. And upon birth, as far as I'm concerned, you received approval to exist. I don't care what your parents said. I don't care what they think of you. I care what you think of you. And you have never deserved this. But if we've been going through it, then you deserve the end of that painful cycle, fam. You deserve to rise like a phoenix from the ashes, kicking the dust and everything from your feet, right? Never forget that again. Okay? Promise? Cool. Thanks. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate the company. I appreciate you giving me a moment to share these thoughts with you. It's been bugging me, fam. It's been bugging me, okay? Thank you again. And until next time, always remember that I believe in you.